Casey, fire away.
Hi, CJ. Casey Holdall here. How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing, brother?
I'm well, CJ. Good to see you. So, obviously, first full contact practice in 4 months. How did that feel? Obviously, getting back to work, I'm sure probably felt good, but both from the perspective of getting back to work and also just that having contact with people after probably avoiding it for the last 4 months.
Yeah, it was fun to be able to get up and down and get hit by some screens and have to make some reads, make some decisions, and kind of figure out rotations again. But I think everybody had a great time. We enjoyed it. Everybody came back in good shape and really took care of themselves over the course of our little break. So I'm looking forward to seeing how we progress up until the 22nd and then up until our first game. Functioning.
Can you guys hear us?
Says
Yes, Dwight, fire away.
CJ, after the first one, anybody stand out to you? Anybody look better than, maybe you expected? Other than yourself?
Outside of myself, I think everybody came, ready to play. Everybody looks great. They're getting up and down the court, making the right reads. If I had to single anybody out, I'd say Nas is shooting the ball really well. He's been working on his jumper a lot. I like what he's bringing. I think, Gary, Anthony, Dame, obviously, Nerd, Whiteside, Zach, they all look very comfortable. Melo looked very comfortable. And I think the biggest thing for us is just getting up and down, getting back in game shape, and figuring out our spacing.
All right, Jason.
CJ, trying to kind of capture the range of emotions that you guys are going through there in the bubble. So if you can could you provide some scenes of maybe something that made you laugh, something that made you frustrated, and something that kind of resonated or stuck with you?
Something that made me laugh, seeing people's reactions to the swab, the COVID test. We've been doing it for a while, but it's always funny to see, grown men, crying or shedding tears. It's always funny. Something that made me mad, I'm too laid back. But that I enjoyed my time in the hotel room. It was nice. It was therapeutic. We all got cellular devices, so we're able to reach out to our loved ones. I got books, I got video games, I got wine, so I'm in a good space. I don't know what the last part of the question was.
Something that resonated or will stick with you.
Something that will stick with me. I just think perspective. You had a better appreciation for life, especially after you spend 48 hours in your hotel. You appreciate the little things a lot more. You appreciate the relationships, the situations that you may be in, friendships. And you also appreciate outdoors a lot more.
Brooke, go ahead.
Thanks, Jacob. Hey, CJ, how you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. I was reading that some other teams, obviously you guys get to see each other at practice, but other teams have kind of congregated, out in the hallways, talking that way. How's the communication been with you guys, and has the group chat been quite busy?
We communicate constantly. We're always talking. We have active group chats for the team, and then we got side group chats. So we've been talking and communicating. But now that we're able to leave our rooms, we can eat together. We can play video games, cards, just kind of hang out, go on walks. We can do a lot of different stuff now, and obviously we'll be having practice every day. So I spent 48 hours in my room. It was peaceful. But I'm sure everybody will get out and get a little bit more movement now that we can actually leave our hotel room.
Royce, go ahead.
Hey, CJ, this is Royce Young from ESPN. We've seen a lot of players coming in, and you kind of touched on it about some of the stuff you brought, but we've seen things that they've kind of brought very personal to them that they wanted to have with them during this time. Is there anything maybe unusual, kind of unique to you that you brought with you?
Unusual? Nah, I don't think there's anything unusual. I brought my humidifier. I got a tea maker, so I can drink my tea. I got my Columbia Dental coffee mug. I got a Polaroid of me, my future wife, and our dog. And I got all the stuff I need. So I don't know what's considered unusual, because there is no usual now in this world.
Your wine make it on time?
You beat me here. Strategic game plan.
Okay. Thanks, CJ.
No problem.
Hi, CJ. It's Casey again. Question one, I think kind of the one of the big things that people are obviously interested in, I feel like you kind of skirted a little bit, but what would you say you saw out of both Yusuf and Zach today, seeing as how this was, as far as we know, their first practice since in some time?
As far as you know, they look good. They're moving well, very comfortable. Nurk's got very soft feet around the basket. He can move, he can shoot, makes the right reads, makes the right passes. Zach, confident, knocking down shots, protecting the rim. He's an elite defender, especially around the basket. He blocks shots. He's tenacious. He can move his feet and pick and roll. So we're looking forward to seeing them continue to get more comfortable and us continuing to figure out ways to utilize them in the best way possible.
Was that some of the stuff you saw from them today? CJ, was that some of the stuff you saw from them? You kind of talked about their games. Yeah,
very comfortable. That was the biggest thing. Wasn't afraid, wasn't avoiding contact. Obviously, Zach with the shoulder, Nurk with the lower extremities. He was jumping in crowds, landing in traffic comfortably, confidently. So I think they're both in a really good spot mentally, having that long break to kind of rehab, to work on your game, to eat right, to get your conditioning in order. They came back ready.
Thanks a lot, CJ.
You guys have a great one.